Is it a good idea to go out there and upload a video at midnight on the Pacific Coast? No, it's not. But I wanted to get some late-night thoughts out there in regards to the Vancouver Canucks, because earlier on Monday, they ended up losing again. 6-1 loss at home to the Dallas Stars. It's kind of interesting because the Canucks had themselves the lead. They were winning this game 1-0, 7 minutes in off of an Evander Kane deflection out in front. We love to see Evander Kane and Jake DeBrusk improving their trade value. How about that? But then you saw Adam Erne, Lian Bichsel, Jason Robertson, Matt Duchene, Colin Blackwell, and Lian Bichsel again make it 6-1 Dallas. Dominating victory here for the Stars in Vancouver. And I think most Canucks fan sentiment is down in the gutter when it comes to this team. And I don't blame you, honestly. I know the folks on the R Canucks subreddit absolutely hate the fact that I can make YouTube videos just reading their threads, but there are a few really interesting posts and statistics that were posted about here that I do think deserve a spot to be talked about. The 25-26 Vancouver Canucks might be on pace for the worst Canucks season ever. They currently sit with 43 points through 60 games. Since the Hughes trade, the Canucks have been 7-22. That is a .241 winning percentage. They have been worse since the beginning of the year, going 2-19. That is a .095 winning percentage. With 22 games left at a .241 winning percentage, that would be 5 wins for 10 points. Or a .095 winning percentage would be 2 wins for 4 points total. To give you an idea how bad that is, here are the top 5 worst Canucks seasons excluding lockouts. The worst Vancouver Canucks year saw them go 20-50-8 with 48 total points in 1971-72. That was like the Canucks' second season ever, so I can understand why they were bad. In fact, all of these seasons here, the top 4, were all introductory seasons to the Vancouver Canucks in the National Hockey League, so the fact that this current team is on pace to besting all of those years really goes to show you just how bad the results on paper have been. This team is not winning games. Let's go out there and read some other things here. If you're looking to take a mental break from losing, this is just a reminder that the Vancouver Whitecaps are looking like a contender again and had 25,000 fans at the game on Saturday. Season tickets were only $650 for decent seats, and the team has outscored their opponents 6-0 in the first 3 home games so far. Tomas Mueller and the boys are so exciting to watch. The season just started, and I recommend jumping on the bandwagon. Now, if you know anything about me, you know that I'm not really all too well versed in the football world. Sure, the Whitecaps and the Tomas Mueller stuff from last year, obviously that made its way onto my radar, but I am far from a diehard fan of the Whitecaps. However, this seems to be a very good time to get on board with that team, to start paying attention and to start diverting our expectations onto them. The Vancouver Canucks are totally dog water. The Whitecaps, seems like there's a lot to like over there. Jeff Patterson tweeted this out. Just so you know, mathematically, with this loss today, the Vancouver Canucks cannot win the President's Trophy. Oh, darn it. My expectations are absolutely shattered. The Vancouver Canucks have gone 32 days without a win. Olympic break, I know, but this is elite tanking from Foote and his tank commanders. They're the Picasso of a tank job. 6-game losing streak. They can hit 11 again, I believe. And then, finally, you had Sad Establishment 875 asking, is this the worst Canuck team we have ever seen? After tonight's loss, the Canucks have now won 2 games of 21 in this calendar year, for a 7-win, 82-game regular season pace. I've been a Canucks fan for 35 years, and I don't remember watching a Canuck that on a day-to-day basis I expected to lose more consistently than this team. So, is this the worst team they have ever fielded? I'm struggling to find many, if any, redeeming qualities to this team, and I admittedly wanted them to tank, but this is just sad? They're tanking at a level I never would have thought possible, possibly ever. And there are some debates as to whether or not the 16-17 year was also that bad, but at least there was Horvat, and that was fun to watch. Past Zebra gives a pretty good wake-up call, though. I'm sorry, I know it's been painful for a lot of you, but I need you guys to shut up and not rock the boat because I've been dreaming about this for over a decade. It's everything I signed up for, and I'm in it for the long haul. We'll be in on the DuPont sweepstakes too next year, no matter what we do. Thank goodness. And we'll probably be in on Schultz too. We want to be this dismal for several years. The vibes will turn around once the Canucks finally score 3 truly top-end prospects. If they accelerate before then, they're screwed to another decade of mediocrity. I wish I could upvote it more than once. Let's not prove Jim Rutherford right when he first came in and said that this fanbase probably isn't ready for a rebuild. You know what's funny? The Vancouver Canucks, if memory serves, if anybody wants to go out there and let me know in the comments if I'm right or wrong, then hey, feel free to go out there and do that. But if memory serves, when the Vancouver Canucks were that bad, in 2013-14, in 2015-16, and in 2016-17, there were still butts in seats at Rogers Arena. Were there not? Yes, it's true, the Canucks of those days still had some superstars like the Sedins, Luongo for a time, and they had some young players like Virtanen, McCann, only for a little bit, Bo Horvat obviously, and Ronnie Kennens. But even though the Canucks went through I don't want to say rebuild because that implies that they decided to do it, but they were bad in those years. Canucks fans still found ways to put butts into seats. And I'm just kind of wondering now, you look at some of the highlights of this game over here. I mean, we're not going to play it in full, but just look at the amount of fans that are there in the stands. There are people here watching these hockey games. Yes, it might not be as packed as it was in 2011 or 2024 or whatever, but there still are people that choose to watch this team, and there are still people that are willing to shell out money for beers, for hot dogs, for popcorn, for amenities, and for sweets. The Canucks are an entertainment product in the city, not necessarily a do or die, we need to win every single year type of thing. I don't know. I'm just thinking about whether or not this Canucks fanbase can handle a rebuild if there is growing optimism that Landon DuPont or Gavin McKenna or Schultz or whomever is the next best thing, then maybe it really is time to give up as a fan base on this team winning. And I know that, hey, saying that is not absolutely new information. They've been bad the entire year. But I'm sitting here, sick out of my mind right now, just thinking about how we can talk about this Canucks loss in a way that we hadn't done before, because it certainly won't be the last time that the team will have crapped the bed at home. They're going to be losing a lot more games here, folks, and all we got to do is wait until the trade deadline to see 1, 2, or 3 guys on this team get traded soon. So with all that said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you feel about the Dallas Stars whooping the Vancouver Canucks 6-1 in Vancouver? Evander Kane got things going, and there was an appreciation there, but at the end of the day, the Dallas Stars are the better team, and they ended up proving why. Thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.